March 7th. Butter is better. The activity in the milking barn on my great-uncle's farm escalated in the early dawn as the sun's rays barely filtered through the pasture's boundary line of trees. The faithful farm dog had already guided the herd to the barn. In a stall, each cow stood with hay at her head to keep her occupied, and her attention off the milking machine being attached to the other end of her. My uncle had once been the object of his cow's sudden kicks, resulting from serious injury. Water puddled on the concrete floor, and the humidity mingled the scent of fresh milk with hay, pleasant and comforting. My great-aunt carried her share of the milk to the old farmhouse, separated the cream, and put it into the butter churn. Two things were always on the table at meals: a fresh pitcher of milk and a bowl of butter. Being a city kid raised on pasteurized milk and margarine, I found whole milk a bit too strong for my liking, but my first taste of fresh butter was the beginning of a lifelong love affair. In opposition to the synthetic, man-made, yellow, food-colored margarine, there was no flavor as pleasing as that of wholesome, organic butter melting into a fresh, hot biscuit. I could never go back to margarine. That first taste of fresh homemade butter became a life-changing event, though a small and rather insignificant one in most people's view. I, however, am very grateful for it. That introduction to butter flavored the following decades of many meals. Like my affection for butter, though incomparably more significant, Jesus affected my life when I tasted his love, wonderful beyond all measure. One small taste of his goodness leaves us craving more of him. One mouthful of his forgiveness brings us back to the table of his mercy and grace. There is no flavor on earth as uniquely satisfying as the love of God through Jesus. God sets your table daily with the choice of margarine, the artificial and flavorless substitute of what the world offers, or the real and satisfying alternative of his promises. We have the freedom to choose between the power of this world and the power of heaven. The option we choose determines how our lives are flavored from that point on. As I could never return to margarine, so I can never return to a life barren of Jesus. He has flavored every day of my life as only he can. Butter is better, and so is Jesus. Psalm 34:8. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man who takes refuge in him. 1 Peter 2:2-3. Like newborn babies, crave pure spiritual milk, so that by it you may grow up in your salvation, now that you have tasted that the Lord is good.